We'll see when it pops up, but you know.
Yeah.
Dooby-dooby-doo.
Oh, like I should probably tweet stuff and shit.
I know. Mine does automatically, but only through Geeks and Geeklets, not through me.
Yeah, I can retweet it.
Retweeting.
Retweet!
Usually my phone goes, hey, you're live, but it hasn't said anything.
Oh, here we go. Yes, I just found it.
So that means that we're live?
I'm hoping.
Maybe. You know, you never know anymore. I just never know anymore.
I might be a replicant. I'm not sure.
I'm probably a replicant.
Yeah.
If you read the book, you would know what it means better.
I know. It's on my to be read pile.
So is 1,000 other things, right?
My to be read pile is literally about this big next to my bed. And that's not even my other to be read pile.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's amazing. So
but,
I think we're live. We are live. We're live. Mothers of Geeks. Hello. We're live.
We're live, and it's been a while.
Work stuff.
Work, and someone then got really, really sick.
I may or may not have gotten strep the night we were supposed to do the show.
I do want to say I'm very proud of my long distance diagnosis.
Yeah, you were like, you have strep. And I was like,
you have strep. You have strep or the flu, and neither are going away on their own, so go get help.
It was funny because I didn't want to believe you. And I was like, I'm not that sick. You're like, you need to go. I was like, I'm not that sick at all.
It's like, I have chills, I have a fever, and my throat hurts really badly. I'm like, either you go to urgent care, or I get on the plane to take you to urgent care.
And then I passed out for all those hours, and you were like, you're like, are you okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've had strep enough in my life, and my child has had strep enough in her life to know the signs, even via IM over the,
It has been a very long time since I've had strep.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I lied. It's been like a year. I get strep easily.
So I did when Ryan, because you have cute little petri dishes. And I did when Ryan was that age as well. I had strep for 3 years in a row from when she started preschool at age 3 until, through kindergarten. And the preschool was because I was there 2 days a week, or no, 2 days a month, excuse me. Mm-hmm. And because the kids thought I was one of them, they climbed all over me during story time.
Because you're like this big.
Exactly. So yeah, I would sit down like, oh, hey, let's hang out. So yeah, these little adorable kids would give me their fracking germs.
Oh my God, yeah. They loved you. They're like, this is delicious germ time.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I had the plague, but I'm back.
Yay! Better than ever.
From the plague. It took a while, but I gamed on Saturday.
I know. You did great.
So, speaking of game, how did you geek?
Well, some D&D goodness a few weeks ago. So our D&D characters all kind of met our eventual mentors. And that was pretty cool. Aegis pissed me off. Yeah, I know. Shocking. I was just trying to, do a fracking medicine check on him. But the hilarious thing was the dice were with me that night.
They were.
And he went to grab me and put me over his shoulder. Instead, I flipped the half orc that weighs twice me to the ground and put some healing salve on his fracking face.
That's amazing to me. It was good.
Hilarious. It was hilarious. And I don't know. There's a little bit of mage going on, and hopefully some more tonight. Wrap that up. So our storyteller for that game can continue on with the rest of the cast. Because what we're doing is really interesting. You know this, but for the listeners, what we're doing is really interesting is because each character is kind of getting their intro stuff. And then eventually the characters are going to mesh, but like one at a time.
Yeah.
So I actually just met Clay's character.
Okay.
Because they had to pick up some medicine for one of his NPCs, and the guy Honey's with is supplying the medicine, and it was not going to be a good conversation. Medicine.
Oh, thank you, Winchester. Oh, Winchester CTR is now following.
Winchester CTR, awesome. Winchester CTR is awesome. We love some CTR.
We do. So that was interesting because, excuse me, because you have this really weird dynamic where we're doing intro sessions for gaming, and we've never done that before.
Yeah.
And bringing us all in at different times. And I wonder, I think this is also the first game we've all played together that we ended up not knowing anybody to start with.
Yeah. Yes.
Right.
And starting at the same time.
Correct.
Because our WAD group, of course, originally you had the boys.
Mm-hmm.
And then you brought Matt in, and then you ended up bringing me in.
Yeah.
So we started very different times. Same thing with D&D. You and Al were Drew's original players. And then Clay got brought in. Then a few weeks later, Matt and I got brought in. Our characters were combined.
Yeah. So this is the first time we're starting together. And I think it's going to be really interesting because we all kind of know each other now. And we didn't at first.
Right.
It's going to be weird how we're going to play. And this is the first time that Drew, Al, and myself are playing together.
And that's exciting. I'm excited about that. I want to see what kind of dynamic you have. Yeah. And if you can offset the insanity that is Drew and Al together.
Because real Addie and real Kratos do really well together.
Yeah.
My new Addie does not do well.
Your new Addie doesn't do well with anybody.
I made a blueberry pie. I stole a blueberry pie.
Blueberry pie. Yeah, it's poisoned. Yes.
We'll see. But that's, how it is. Hello, City. Willkommen.
Hi, City. Look, we're here. Hi, sweetie.
I'm not dead.
She's not dead. She's not dead. You know why?
Because somebody made me go to the doctors and get antibiotics.
Right. It's called a healing potion, lady.
Exactly. So, yeah, I think it's interesting. It's going to be neat to play Mage, and I have such an affinity for Mage. I love Mage.
Yeah.
So, to me, I'm just like...
And I will be picking your brain a lot. This is my first Mage game. But it's the character that I originally wrote for a Mage game 20 years ago.
Right.
Fleshed out. Fleshed out because she's a hussy. And it's great because I happen to be playing a time mage, which is one of your fortes.
Yeah. Usually I do it for evil.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware.
I hope you listen to my suggestions.
Yes, I will. But, Oh, she's in hiding, but she's hot but crazy, and Honey might go for her if she met her anyway.
It's legit.
Yeah.
And then what? What else did you have? Anything else exciting?
Well, in World of Darkness last Saturday, we had a funeral.
You did. You guys had a funeral.
We did. Yeah, because somebody killed off her she's your oldest, right?
No, Ava was my first character.
Okay, so your two oldest characters,
died in the same game.
Died in the same game. Sacrificial and all that good stuff. It was a really intense battle that we had. Literally, the battle lasted a week and a game session and a half.
Yeah.
It was really intense. It was really good. Each character very much. I love the fact that each character was prominent in their own ways.
Yeah. Good night.
Hi, sweet girl.
Good night.
Hi, honey. I love you.
She said she loves you. Good night, honey. One more to say good night. Oh, she said she loves you.
Aww.
Good night. Say hi.
Good night, Logie. Love you, kiddo.
Hi, babe. He said hi.
Aww.
Yeah, and it was an interesting dynamic. It was a hard game to play. Night, baby doll. It was hard because love you. It was love you. Go downstairs.
Aww.
I know. I love you. Good night. Don't pout. Bedtime. Thanks, City. I know they're cute. Love you.
I know they're so damn cute.
He's just yelling, "I love you" over and over. I love you.
What's this going down?
This is every step. Love you. Love you. Good night. It was an interesting dynamic because the game was hard enough.
Yeah.
And we had very, very high level characters playing. And when you have high level mages, it is tactically difficult to not make one person more powerful than the other, especially when you had a mage being immortal where nothing was going to hurt the person anyway, right?
Right.
I mean, in the end, she can't die. So what does she care?
Right.
And that was hard to do, but
It was hard. I think he did a really good balance of not making it an NPC to NPC fight,
mhm.
where very much the PCs were involved in getting her down to a point where she could be destroyed, and we did not have the power to destroy her.
Right.
So it was a really great battle. And then, of course, last Saturday we had a funeral game, which was rough. There were some really interesting character choices made. I think I'm still devastated by what Sammy had to do,
I know it's sad.
but it made sense. Otherwise, he would have to roll up a new character.
Yeah, everybody should go watch the episode because
it's good. It's devastating.
It went really well. It went better than I expected it to go.
Yeah.
So it's either on YouTube right now and it'll be posted in podcast form. So
yeah,
go check.
And I got to write a eulogy for a character that, as a player, I knew. As a character, I didn't. But that was kind of fun. And okay, well, what would she know? And well, she doesn't know Aisha, but she knows the people that love her.
Right. It was very good. It was all around really fun.
Yeah. And then it got weird and drunk.
It always does.
It does. See, it's awake.
It's awake.
Yeah.
It's awake. Yeah, that was some fun. You had a lot of games going on then.
I did. And then Monday we got back to our regular Monday night game.
Yeah, that's right. So
that's always a good time. Pretty funny because I know what my buddy's up to with his bard, and I'm the only one that knows besides the DM, but the DM doesn't know that I know.
So he doesn't know you know that you know.
Right.
One of those situations.
Yeah, it totally is. And my buddy and I are kind of finding that we're going into our own. If he's playing a bard or a warlock and I'm playing a rogue, we start out not getting along, and then end up becoming accomplices.
There's nothing wrong with accomplices.
No. And so he was being a bitch. He pissed me off a few times, but then we're sitting there making slide marks at each other, to each other, not at each other.
Right.
Later in the game. So I'm like, okay, we're getting to the point where, we're getting close to accomplice. So that was fun.
That's good. Let's see here. Oh, is it my turn?
It is your turn. How have you besides, planning on killing your characters and stuff?
That was rough. City and Addie, our accomplices, we are.
Yeah.
They're just good accomplices. City writes me things to say in game, and I do it.
Really? So he's the evil one. Got it.
It's like we just know each other.
Yeah.
So other than killing people off, which is super fun, I ended up getting the most kills in PUBG that I've ever gotten.
Yes!
I got 6 kills. 6 kills. As the guys have said, I went John Wick in a city.
Yes.
I had a micro Uzi, and we came down, and there was a lot of people, and it was like high pressure situation. And I grabbed this micro Uzi, and Al yells, "Oh no, I'm getting shot!" So I ran over to him, and I killed the guy, and it was just like it clicked, and I started killing everybody. It was so much. It was the best killing experience I've ever had. I was so excited. So 5 right in Malta, which is a town right there, right away. And then we ended up getting a chicken dinner with it, which I was so glad because
you helped with that chicken dinner, and I know
helped.
I mean, honestly, what it is those guys are so goddamn good at the game, so
yeah,
it's easy for them to kind of overpower it. So I'm very proud of you. That's awesome.
Thank you. I was so excited. I was like, I'm the happiest person in the world.
Yeah. Oh, totally. That's amazing.
So that's really how I geeked. Is we've been playing PUBG every night again.
Good.
We were doing 7 days, and now we're back on PUBG. That's kind of what we do.
Yeah.
Thank you for the congratulations.
What are you doing? Are you doing Thriller Thursday tonight?
I could, huh?
Yeah, totally.
I could do Thriller Thursday.
Yeah.
City would love Thriller Thursday. I know that.
Yeah.
City does love it. Well, I'll think. Let's see what happens here when we're done here. It'll be the guys will be like, we're on PUBG right now, guys.
Yeah. What do you expect?
Come go John Wick on everybody train. I'll just be like, okay.
I love it. That's amazing.
It was so much fun.
Yeah.
So what did you geek over? What exciting did you do?
I'm in the middle of baking hell.
You had like 17 parties. I exaggerated, but close.
So it's almost that bad. All right. So Monday was D&D, and of course I cook. And so the blueberry pie was inspired by, or the blueberry dessert was inspired by you. I'd gone to the grocery store 2 days after our D&D game with the blueberries, and I had the overwhelming urge to buy blueberries.
Makes sense.
And I did. I'm like, what am I gonna do with these? I mean, I guess I eat them regularly, but there's a lot. So I have a recipe for a blueberry croissant puff, and it's delicious. It's supposed to be a breakfast dish, but it's a really amazing dessert.
Right.
So I ended up making that for dessert for Monday night game,
Mm-hmm.
and 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 I'll go into it later. But Ryan knew the story about the pie,
Of course.
so
You
she looks at me. She goes, do they know about the poison? I'm like, no, baby girl, it'll enact in 6 hours. And my buddy who plays the bard just looks at me. Yeah, worth it.
did. See, that's why you bring the good pie with the poison.
I know. So that was Monday night, and then Tuesday. This was irritating. One of my coworkers had her birthday is today, but she was going to be out of town. We knew this. And Tuesdays are everyone, all of our teams in office on Tuesday. So I make chocolate cupcakes for her. Dark chocolate cupcakes with dark chocolate frosting. They're amazing.
She bakes.
I bake. So I get to work, and I two of them would not fit in the carrier, so I left those aside. And I get to work and I go to say good morning to her, and she's not at her desk, which is weird because Alma's always at her desk.
Mm-hmm.
So then I log in. Hey guys, I'm working from home today. I'm like, what?
So you brought cupcakes and she wasn't even there.
You never work from home, woman. So I messaged my boss. I'm like, hey, I have Alma's birthday cupcake. She's not here. She's like, oh yeah, I forgot when she said she was going to work from home today that we'd planned to do her birthday. Like, fine. So I ended up making sure everyone knew that they were out there. Because I knew I had the two set aside.
Right. Well, yeah.
And and I knew that I had plenty of frosting. There are people that ate multiple cupcakes. I ended up, and at work we get what are called blue reward points. And there's like for peer recognition.
Right.
Somebody actually gave me blue reward points for the cupcakes.
For food.
Which was great because I only needed like 200 more to get a $50 gift card. So yeah,
I can't believe you.
It was pretty awesome.
And you wonder where Addie gets it from.
I know. All right, so that was like part of my baking, but then Tuesday night we had Galentine's Day.
Yes.
Galentine's Day is a fun thing. It comes from Parks and Rec. I've never watched the show, but a lot of my girlfriends are into. I know.
It?
I suck.
Yeah.
I need to watch it. That'll be a good treadmill show.
Oh, because like 30 minutes, 22 minutes
20,
an episode.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want.
22 minutes.
Yeah. So I will do that on the treadmill. So comes from Parks and Rec. A lot of my girlfriends love it. Also because it's very female empowering, which is a great thing. Mm-hmm. So Tuesday night, I threw brunch for dinner for my girlfriends.
You sent me pictures of eggs.
I forgot. So I did 2 kinds of quiche. Mm-hmm. I did a French toast casserole. I did bacon. I did sausage.
Listen to this girl.
Yeah. So that was that. Mm-hmm. And then Saturday we have also my work bestie Mia and I are planning a mostly work brunch for Galentine's Day, and I think we're up to 20 people.
Are they bringing food though too?
Yeah, these ones are actually bringing some food, which I'm like, that's a whole different story. But I'm doing cinnamon rolls, again 2 quiches, the breakfast meats. We're doing a waffle bar, so I'm gonna make up the waffle mix.
Yum.
The chai infused apples and the lemon infused blueberries from the side. But I've been geeking out over doing some recipe research. Okay. One of my dearest girlfriends recently went vegan, and then another one of our guests is a celiac.
Oh yeah.
So I am making sure that there's something that's vegan, something that's gluten-free. And it's kind of getting into that type of cooking, just researching it more.
Right. Well, you love that kind of cooking.
I do. And my friend who is the vegan is bringing me agar agar, which is the ingredient that you replace for gelatin in vegan marshmallows.
Oh, okay.
And I also recently found one of my coworkers or one of the girls. She's on a different team. But she's so sweet now. Like, budget thing for her is vegan, so I'm going to make a batch of the homemade marshmallows this upcoming week with the agar agar.
Look at you go. You're so
You know
impressive
me.
with this.
That's what I'm geeking over food stuff because that's what I do.
That is what you
And
do.
I will blog that one.
Good. You have to. You
I
have
know.
to. Oh my gosh. I don't think I've geeked over anything exciting other than I have a tattoo appointment next Thursday. I'm so excited.
So what are you
All
doing
right.
lyrics or what are you
Okay,
doing?
I guess I kind of I did geek over. I
You
found out.
Yeah. You geeked over this hard.
I did geek over this hard, but I forgot we haven't had a show since this. I found out that my favorite singer is doing a solo tour, and I'm not for. Let me preface this by saying I'm not for solo tours.
Hmm.
I think they're kind of shoddy,
Right.
but I have been, make sure nobody's around, in love with this guy since I was 12. And I'm so it's been a really long time.
So it's been about 15 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Math.
We're fine. It's 15.
Way
It's-
longer.
If
But that's
15.
okay.
No,
15.
it's 15. It's 15 years. It's fine. It's
been 15
fine.
years. And his name is Jonathan Davis. If you do not know him, look him up. He is.
I did have to look him up, but that's okay. But the second I saw who he was, I'm like, yeah, I know why you're freaking the hell out.
So love him. And he's doing a solo tour for his new album that's coming out. And it's coming close to us. And it's at some place in Cleveland. So it's like 2 hours away. Found tickets on sale. Found they had VIP tickets. And
Girl.
bought myself VIP meet and greet tickets. For as long as I have loved Korn,
Yeah.
I have only met them once, and the only person that showed up was the bassist, who I'm not a fan of.
Okay.
So,
This is you fangirling hard.
oh,
This
so
is
bad.
like meeting Neil Gaiman or something, you know.
Oh God, I would do that too. But it's just like you get a picture. I
Yeah.
can stand, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk in there.
I cannot. I can't wait for the text.
It's in May. I'm gonna walk in there. So this is a preface to what I'm geeking over.
Yeah.
And sorry, I still have a cough. It's kind of bronchitis-y, but I'm okay. I'm geeking over them getting a tattoo, and I have two choices. Everybody here, well, maybe if you haven't watched, you don't know that I have lots of gaming tattoos.
Mhm.
This whole arm is gaming arm, with Mario and World of Warcraft and Resident Evil on the back. This is gaming. I might get a PUBG chibi.
Oh, girl.
That looks like my character with a little level 3 helmet on. It'd be so cute. There's a picture of it online. Adorable. Or I'm going to get Korn on my arm. And I'm thinking the Korn one only because I'm going to see Jonathan Davis and I don't have a band tattoo.
And you know, it is something that's been with you for a
years.
long time.
Yes. So mock me if you want. It will be amazing. I don't know what I'm going to. There's they don't really have like a symbol.
Mhm.
So like Avenged Sevenfold. I do have a band tattoo. I have Avenged Sevenfold on my wrist. I don't even know. If you know that, right? Like Avenged Sevenfold right here. That's a symbol. Most people don't even know it's from the band. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
They don't. They have their name, which is iconic.
Yeah, it's very iconic. The font is iconic.
So I don't know if I'm going to get that or if I'm going to get the little rag doll that was on their Issues album. That's
Okay.
another big symbol of theirs. So I haven't decided
I definitely that is iconic because I recognize it.
yet. And it's going to be on this arm. So it's going to be on the back of back here.
Okay.
So we'll see. But I'll probably end up going multiple times this summer.
Yeah.
So I'm not too worried. Like, I'm going to get one now before we go away for the weekend in March because I don't want it to heal during the trip. So
Yeah, I've worked on healing a tattoo during a vacation. That's challenging. This of course was a beach vacation, but then again, you know how I feel about sun, so I was covered up anyway.
She had a little parasol on.
Yeah.
So that's what I geeked over is VIP tickets to see Jonathan Davis. And that's all I will talk about on Twitter. When I see him, you'll have lots of pictures of just me and him. I will crop out my husband.
Yeah.
Sorry. Not
Yeah,
sorry.
you know, it was hard when, you know, your husband meets your boyfriend.
It's really difficult.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, those are situations, you know?
Yeah.
Everybody has a person that they would
Yeah, it's
run
the
away
list.
with. It's
Yeah,
the
it's
list.
the list. Yeah.
Ross Geller introduced us to the list whenever I was way too young to be watching Friends. And
I didn't know that's where it came from because I never watched Friends because I'm just not that person.
I know Sam. We have so much fun. I love him. I promise I will not go to jail.
No. There won't there just as long as there's not a restraining order. I don't want to get a message from your husband. Oh shit, there's a restraining order.
I am a freak on a leash. Thank you. But it would be fun. You know what though? And they sign restraining orders. So I mean, that's like getting a signature, right?
Right, totally.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure.
I love you.
I love it. So kids geeky stuff. What about your geekies?
So Rye and I and her bestie got just stuck in like telling D&D stories.
Nothing wrong with that.
And it kind of started with I was telling Rye about Addie and the pie because I was getting stuff, for the croissant, for the croissant buff. And I was telling her about it, and I was kind of telling her about like this weird turn that Addie took and how it happened. And, because the DM forgot that, his wife's character was sitting there helping in the kitchen.
Yes. So I don't know if everybody knows this story.
It's hilarious.
Whenever we got down into our sessions, when we reverted from level 15 to level 0, this first session, I said, Addie comes downstairs and she meets Mother Mary, whatever, they're like orphanage lady, and she helps cook.
Yeah.
We ended the session. 2 weeks go by because we have a 2-week break. We start the next session, right?
Mm-hmm.
And fucking Mary goes, oh, Hades, you're the only one that ever helps me.
Hades comes in and offers to help. Like, I'm not a good cook, but I can do other stuff. And just, yeah.
Addie's over there kneading dough in the corner, like little orphan Annie, and looks back. And Drew, the DM, my husband, goes, I totally forgot you were there.
Then it became Mary forgot she was there. And this is now why Addie is going to be evil.
That's why. Makes sense.
So I was telling Rye about it, and it's like, okay, so there's this big apple festival, and Addie goes into town. I tell her the whole story about the pie, and she's like, oh, that's funny. I thought Addie was gonna burn the town down. I'm like, oh my god.
I love your daughter because she knows Addie's plans. Actually, I rolled a dice behind the scenes that was because when Mother Mary was out of the room for whatever reason, I was going to poison the pie.
Shit.
I won't tell you what I rolled. I won't tell you who's gonna die. Do.
I'm pretty sure I'm allergic to both blueberries and apples.
I love your daughter. I think it's funny.
Yeah, it was adorable. And then of course, and so we were sharing D&D stories with them, and it was a lot of fun. And they're to the point in their creative life where they're taking stuff from game and kind of running off with it to make it their own stories.
Mm-hmm.
So they like. Ree, who's Rye's best friend. Yes, I have Ree and Rye, and they're inseparable. Ree's the one that's coming with us at Disneyland.
Oh, yeah.
So she was telling me about, what she's planning with her characters and, like what she's writing with her, wants to write books and all this. And it was really cool. And then again, Rye's done the same thing.
Well, yeah.
So it's really fun. Plus, I remember being there at that age, but I could never talk to my mom about these things because she just didn't understand them.
Yeah.
She didn't understand my Star Wars fanfic.
How could she not?
I don't know. Now she gets it because it's in popular culture, so it's cool.
I'm typing. See, don't you correct my spelling when I'm typing and talking at the same time.
No, don't. Let's get started. That's how I am. That was my kid geeky stuff. And trying to get her to focus on school. That's a whole different story.
Nah, it's kids, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh.
For us, we've been so sick, like ear infections and sickness, and I guess I can finish the saga of Logan's school.
Yes, please.
So, as some of you guys know, Logan was getting bullied in preschool by a big mean kid who the teachers were not allowed to yell at because he is the son of the director of the school.
Flippin' vey.
And took Logan's glasses off, would sit on him, push him into the wall, throw him into the train table over and over and over again. So I went to New York on business, and I found out that my sister yelled at the teacher because he was crying, and just she found out why, because of this bully. So I pulled him out. I didn't let him go for like a good week, and it was because like not only he wasn't feeling good, but this was just too much drama for him. Like he was crying all the time, and he's 4.
Plus, if he is feeling that crappy and dealing with that on top of it.
Yeah. I mean, he's 4. Like, come on.
Yeah.
So I ended up finding him a new school.
Good.
Pulling him out. I finally got a hold of them. They were like not returning my phone calls. And I just basically told them, you know, he cries every day. This bully's here. And I ended up talking to the bully's mom. So that was,
Yeah. God, hard to not go mama bear.
but I said to her, I didn't point out her son's name,
Mm-hmm.
but she knew,
Yeah,
know.
sure. Yeah.
And City, how can you bully Mr. McCutie Pants? Because people are mean.
Because people are jerks.
And they're jerks and they don't teach their kids proper anything. Remy was bullied the day she got her glasses because, and she was in pre-K, like mocking her about how she looked. That's what happens now, and it's sad and it sucks.
No, it's not. It's not now though.
Right.
I got it. I got it in school.
But you didn't even think about it then. Your parents weren't they were like, toughen up.
Yeah.
But I got him a new school. It's in walking distance from my house.
That's gonna be much more convenient.
Oh yeah, like on Fridays I don't have to like drive 20 minutes anywhere and then back.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
miss meetings and all that. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But
Yeah.
we play Mario Kart. That's about all.
Cool.
Yeah. So what do you have for news here? Are you?
I have two. I don't know which one of these do you want? Because
yours is the first one. I know you.
So the Incredibles trailer dropped today. They actually showed it, I think, yesterday on the Olympics. New movie comes out on 6/15, so in 4 months. Very excited. And it's a lot of fun because we already know that Helen kind of gets the spotlight in this one. She's the one that gets to be the superhero. While Bob is actually playing Super Mr. Mom.
It's adorable.
It is adorable. You get to see Jack's powers developing, and it looks like it takes place really very soon after the first movie.
Okay.
Probably
there was that short that happened in between it too.
Exactly, Jack Attack. But Jack Attack happened technically while they were on their adventure.
Oh yes, that's
because
true.
it was the babysitter Corey.
Yeah.
Dealing with it. So it looks adorable, looks wonderful. And the great thing about animation is you can go 15 years between a movie or 14 years, and your characters don't age.
Yeah, it's fun. That's how it works with animation.
Exactly.
Sorry, cat.
And of course, Edna's back at the end.
Of course, your idol.
My idol.
Your queen.
So I remember right before the movie came out, we were in Disneyland, and Ryan was 2.5 years old, and she had seen the previews, and Ryan's second middle name is Edna, after my grandmother.
Aww.
Yeah. So, and what stuck with her with the previews was Edna Mode.
That's so cute. Little
is.
Rye.
And so the Friday, so we had gone Halloween week, or the week, Sunday was Halloween. That's the day we got there. So we were at Downtown Disney Sunday night, and then started the park on Monday. Some of the stuff was closed because we're in the middle of the transition between Halloween and Christmas.
Oh yeah.
But we knew, we knew we were gonna go into. We had a 5-day pass. We knew we were gonna go to the park Friday morning for a few minutes to do Small World, since that's when it reopened for Christmas.
Oh, okay.
And that day the Incredible pins came out.
Aw.
So the only thing Ryan wanted was that Edna Mode pin.
And did you get it?
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. And she has it now, not me. So that's kind of where my love of Edna started.
Right.
Because back then I didn't have this haircut, and when I wasn't near as fashionable.
I mean, you are super fashionable now.
I am super fashionable.
Just like Edna.
I was not then.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's pictures of me in faded blue jeans and a flannel shirt on that trip.
What?
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Yeah. There is also a picture of me in a really great Night Before Christmas shirt, a pair of really awesome plaid pants, and combat boots.
Okay, I'd like to see that one.
Yeah, I'll find that one. With a teeny tiny Ryan.
Teeny tiny Rye.
Teeny tiny Ryan. She was so little.
I hate our babies are getting big.
I know. Oh, tell me about it. Mine's like 5'1". She's way bigger than I am.
You're really small.
I'm kind of a midget. So yeah, so go find it. You can just go to YouTube, check The Incredibles. The Major Spoilers website had a good rundown. So did, I want to say, Den of Geeks. I just saw it on Facebook this morning, and linked to the Incredibles Facebook page.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
So let's see. What's my story? My story is, even though I haven't seen Black Panther 2 yet,
Because
obviously.
it doesn't come. Well, it's out for
It's
you
out
right now.
for. It's out
It comes out
for.
in a half an hour, right? It comes out in
Yeah.
a half an hour for you.
Yeah, I haven't seen it because I'm here.
Yeah.
But sequel talks already, which is amazing to me.
Let's see where it's
Let
at
me
on
see.
Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh yeah, it was 100 the other day, wasn't it?
It was. I think it got down to 98.
Yeah. And is it, what's fresh at now? Is it like 65?
Yeah. It's still at 98.
Which is good.
That is with 217 reviews in. Wow. It's insane.
I want to see it. At first I didn't want to because I don't know anything about that story arc.
Yeah.
Nothing. However, I knew nothing about Iron Man when I first saw the first Iron Man movie. And, I mean, RDJ.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, God. We're going to be a mess. Anyways.
If they kill him...
I know.
I'll have to be drugged from the theater.
And I don't want to deal... And I have a feeling it's going to happen. And I don't want to deal with the boys.
Let's just say I yelled at them.
They're going to be obnoxious little bitches.
They are. They're going to be, we told you so. We told you he's going to die. And then I'm just like, I can't believe he's dying. You know, that's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be. And when's Avengers?
The 4th. May 4th.
That's, wow, May 4th, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
May 4th. And then my concert's May 9th. And then there's like 17 other movies being released that month. What the hell, May?
It's going to be crazy. And, so we have Deadpool on the 18th, Solo on the 25th. I'll be in the middle of con stress mode because I have a con that weekend.
Jeez, oh man. That month is busy.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm excited. I'll go see Black Panther.
Yeah.
I will. Like, no problem at all. I didn't even see Wonder Woman in theater, so.
Right. What really exciting, because I'm with you. I don't know. I know the character, not terrestrially, tangentially.
Tangentially, yeah.
One of my friends is a huge Black Panther fan.
Right.
So I kind of know it through her. He and Storm ended up getting married, and Storm's my girl. So I kind of know from that. But I don't know a lot about him or his story. God, the movie just looks so cool visually, and the music is so different. And I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
We're gonna probably see it Sunday morning.
Oh, nice. We have to see it when the kids aren't around, so.
Yeah.
I don't know. Saturday night, maybe?
Yeah. Saturday date night.
Oh, no, my aunt's not going to be home. Just take Logan. See, like, it's weird. We have, like, weird kid schedules, so.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. It'll be exciting no matter what. So we've already been talking forever, but we have a topic.
It's been a while. We do.
And our topic this week is how do we find time for ourselves with our lives as crazy, geeky mothers? And it's hard.
It really is. Plus, it's sick and like you were traveling, and it seems like it's just one thing after another sometimes.
And this is sometimes my time for myself right here.
Yeah.
With my virtual best friend.
Yeah. With
me. You know what I mean? Like this is sometimes it. And I didn't have this for 2 weeks because of dying in New York.
And I don't think people know this, but it's quite funny there's been nights when we can't record that we've just gotten on and talked for an hour like we're doing something just to release. And
we should do that on Fridays when we work. Well, Wednesdays when you work from home and I work from home. Just get on like at lunchtime and be like, listen here.
Yeah. We should definitely do that.
Because there's a lot of times where I text her things that are just like.
And sometimes it's much easier to just get it verbally. Sometimes there's not enough time to do that verbally, and you have to type it.
Verbal diarrhea.
Yeah, and you need it. As people, we definitely need it.
Yeah. So let's hear about you first. I like reading about this, and I like hearing your stuff because it gives me ideas too, right?
Yeah. Now I will admit that I did at birth take that really weird merit of 4 hours of sleep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's great.
Unfortunately, I don't get it in a row. It's usually 3 hours of sleep over about 6 hours in bed. So, but one of my tips to find time for myself is I do wake up early. Mm-hmm. On days that I work from home, and this works for a few reasons. On days I'm in the office, I get up at 4. Mm-hmm. On days that I work from home, I get up at 5. And on days that I work from home, I'm done with my day by 2:30,
Yeah.
and then I can be working out or on the mountain by 3 because I live very, very close to
Work.
a preserve. Yeah. Or days that I
And the
get out
reserve. Yeah.
on, yeah. So, and days that I go out, I'm at the office, I can get up by 3:30 and hike by 4.
That's really nice.
Something else that I'm, I don't sleep more than an hour extra on the weekend. So on the weekends, that gives me that really great quiet time
Right.
while the house is sleeping. So I can work on a blog, so I can write a eulogy for a character. I can read. I can sit there with my coffee
Right. Right.
and just have quiet.
Yeah. And that makes a difference when you have that quiet moment to yourself.
Exactly. Um, and I use that. So I use that. I take the time myself in the morning for myself. I catch up on the news, emails, messages, drinking my coffee, and of course, the kind of one of the things that I have that's a little different than most people is I have a great group of friends that are 2 hours ahead of me.
We are.
So by the time I'm waking up and getting to go, you guys are already up and about.
Right. It's true.
Except on the weekends when everyone sleeps in, except for me, and I'm like, why aren't you guys
I
up?
know. I wake up at 10 on Sundays, which I'll talk about. And I see you messaging, and I'm like, oh, no.
God damn.
She's been up since 6:45 my time.
Because she's crazy.
We just went to bed.
Right. And then and the great thing about that is like on the weekend time, I get my balance time,
Mhm.
and then usually I'll go out with my girlfriends and go and hike
Yeah.
or take a walk. Like Saturday, my bestie's doing virtual races,
Oh, cool.
and she's doing the Princess Bride, and it's like 5 different races. So we did 3.7 miles.
Nice.
And just around the neighborhood,
Yeah.
took just did a few loops, and it took like an hour 20 minutes.
That's
But
not bad.
so that was nice. But because I get up so early, I wasn't cutting into that.
Right. That's nice to do.
Yeah. So that's one of the ways I find time for myself
Mm-hmm.
during the week.
And it works really well for you.
Yeah. Do you want to go ahead and do one of yours?
Yeah, and I can kind of feed off that because I hate exercising at night
Mm-hmm.
a lot. I don't know why. Like, it's not like I'm doing anything, but I hate it. Hate it. So I usually get up at 5,
Mhm.
head into the office in my gym clothes, and drop all my stuff off and go straight to the gym for an hour.
So do you have a gym in the building, or is there a gym close by?
So in our building, we don't have a gym, but we have the YMCA in a tunnel off our building that's not
Okay.
owned by us, but like we get like some discounts and stuff. So I use that and walk over there, and it's nice to get the steps into the walk.
Mhm.
Then I lift, and then I shower and get ready at the gym, and then walk back to the office. And I'm
Awesome.
usually back in the office by 7:15 ish,
Mhm.
and ready to go for the day. And then that I like that because then I don't have to worry about it at night.
Right. Right. Well, also, night is your time with the kids.
Right.
Plus, then you kind of need the mom, I'm going to shoot shit up time.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's nice to be able to be done with that for the day,
Mhm.
We'll see. I don't know if it's hard. And days I work from home, I try to get up at 6 because I have a gym in my basement. So I just go. I do.
I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous.
It's just an elliptical. It's an elliptical, a spin bike, a bench, and a squat rack. That's what I have in the gym, and a TV.
Nice. Right. No, that's great.
Yeah.
What type of what weights do you have in there?
We have the squat rack with the 40-pound bar,
Mhm.
and then we have up to like 245 plates, and then down,
Perfect.
and then we have this thing I bought on Amazon, and it was two barbell or 2 dumbbells, but they go up to how many pounds each? They go to 100 pounds each.
Wow.
They're stackables, so you put them in the machine and you turn it, and it puts the right weight on.
Yes, I've seen that.
Yeah, and I like those because you can do pretty much everything with them.
Yeah, yeah. Something else I remember hearing, I think it was on TMS, that they mentioned like if you want stuff like weights or kettlebells or anything like that,
Yeah.
Order them on Amazon because they don't charge you to
Shipping.
ship them.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have a couple kettlebells from there. But I like
Yeah,
to do it
I
in the
do that
morning
too.
and be done with
Hmm.
it. Now, I've been bad on the work from home days. I've been busy. Like, I don't know what's going on with my job right now. Like, it's
Yeah.
crazy. But I need to make more time on the weekends to do it
Hmm.
because I feel like I don't get anything done on the weekends workout wise. And I'd rather sit in front of the TV and just hang out with the kids. But
Yeah.
working on that.
Yeah. No, that's
Working on that.
good. That's good.
So, what about
Sometimes you just don't.
your planning? Because you have good planning like I do.
Yeah. Well, we're both planners, which is why we freak out when stuff doesn't happen or things get canceled without a lot of warning. Like, I already had this set aside.
Right.
I had this time set aside.
Yep.
So I'm a planner. Sundays are planning, outfits for the week, meals for the week, scheduling everything.
Hmm.
Um, and because I know what I'm gonna make food wise, I also know like how am I if I'm gonna be entertaining that week.
Right.
Is it gonna be Monday and Tuesday, or is it going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or is it just going to be Monday night or what have you?
Right.
So I always like Saturdays, I'll go through my different groups. Hey, who's coming on Tuesday?
Right.
Hey, are we gaming on Monday? Um, so go through my social calendar, make my schedule, make sure by then I know who's coming for what.
Hmm.
Um, figure out that calendar, and then also lets me know how much time I have to exercise
Yeah. Because you would know
or
when it
to
comes
nap.
over. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
napping.
or napping after work like today. Um, and by like reading the recipes ahead, it gives me an idea of the extra prep time I need to take.
Hmm.
And it really like on work from home days, I'm able to do that. I'm able to,
Yeah.
all right, I'm gonna take an extended break. I'm gonna go ahead and go downstairs, make the meatballs for tomorrow night's dinner, or make whatever, cut up
Right.
the veggies or
Right.
stuff like that. So I really kind of use that planning to give myself a little bit of leeway so that when I get home from work, I'm able to do the things that I want to do for my own mental health.
Right. And that makes sense. Like, I think as your kids get older too, it probably gets easier to do it that way. Because, like, I
Yeah,
know, like, my mental health doesn't start till they're in bed.
right.
Like, there's always something going on. Spelling words,
Oh
which,
my god.
and I'm obviously an awful speller.
Oh, so am
So,
I. My kid
like,
was a great speller, though.
my Remy's amazing. I'm like, how do you spell this? I'm like, Googling it. Like, come on.
Yeah.
So I think that the planning is nice because, and we've talked about this before. I do the bullet journal and I have a big
Hmm.
planner and I make sure I have outfits planned and meals planned, even if sometimes they don't go according to plan.
No, they don't.
They,
But
And they also, I started that Hello Fresh. I'm gonna try. I got a free
did
trial. I got a
you?
free
Oh,
trial
awesome.
for 2 weeks. So we'll see how it goes. Like I picked the meals. They look really delicious. It's 3 meals for 2 people.
Hmm.
And it's nice because we can have it on the nights that the kids are not here.
Perfect.
Like when Remy goes to karate, we can make it that night. We can make it
Right.
the night that they stay at my aunt's. So it's going to be nice to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Don't have to deal with
we'll try
taste
it.
buds.
And I
Yeah.
know it's kind of like, but it's going to have some neat, cool foods with it
Exactly.
to try
And
out.
as long as I know like what you're not going to eat, and
Yeah.
I know you can customize it. You can say like nothing that's egg based, nothing
Yeah.
that has mushrooms in it, nothing has avocado in it or beans.
Yeah. You could pick your meals. It's neat. Like I forget what we're getting, but there's like, a burger
Hmm.
is one of the first meals. And I forget what the other ones are, but they come every Saturday. So we're going to get it Saturday and we'll see.
Perfect.
It'll be neat just to try it out. I mean, I use my Instapot
Hmm.
to help with that kind of planning thing. 'Cause we eat early. When you get
Yeah.
up early, you eat weird
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
Like I think I have
Plus-
breakfast by 7 and then I lunch at 11. Like it's just weird. You eat earlier.
Well, plus the kids are going to bed by 8.
Yeah,
So in theory,
they
they're
do.
going to bed by 8. So you wouldn't want to feed them at 7 o'clock at night.
No, they eat between 4:45 and 5:30. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
depends on if Remy has karate.
Hmm. How many nights a week does she have karate?
2, 3 if I count Saturdays.
Yeah, we're the same way. Rai has no, not taekwondo, kung fu
Mm-hmm.
on Monday, Wednesday, and makeup days on Saturday.
Nice.
And then Cam has Tai Chi on Thursday or Tuesday, Thursday, makeup days on Saturday.
Nice. Yeah, it's hard. And then, she has ice skating on Saturday too. So
Yeah.
she's really obsessed with ice skating right now, which is nice.
That's cool. That's cool. Um, I know something that we do is with Rise class, especially, is I will plan my timing. So, like on Saturday or like last night,
Mm-hmm.
I'll take her to class. Well, it's really close to the mall, which is Arrowhead Mall, which is where my grocery store is. I shop at
Ah,
Trainers. It's really close to a Target.
oh, so that's nice.
So I can so I can drop her off, go do that the middle of the week running
Mm-hmm.
around or the Saturday running around. It's also real close to a fabric store if I need to get stuff for the business.
Yeah.
Um, or we'll also do sometimes, like if it's on a Wednesday gaming night, Cam will take her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then he has Raid. So what
Yeah.
happens is, um, I plug into Discord. We use Discord for my Wednesday night game.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just plug into Discord and take them on the road.
That's nice.
Yeah, and then obviously they roll dice for me. I do have a dice app on my phone,
Yeah.
and if I'm like parked and waiting for her, I will roll the dice that way.
That's nice.
But normally, yeah, I'm able to say what I'm doing and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. So we kind of break it up.
Yeah.
Breaking up the errands, doing all your errands at the same time on the same trip. I know you take advantage of the grocery pickup.
I do, which is like the best thing in the whole world because I can
Yeah,
just do it every other Saturday or it's a Sunday.
perfect.
It depends on which day I order by. I have to
Yeah,
order tomorrow to pick up Sunday, and I just go up
yeah,
there and they load my car, and I get the kids a donut,
perfect, perfect.
and it's like for me to get there and get back, it's an hour, so it's half an hour each way, which kind of sucks.
Wow.
But I think about how long I spend in a grocery store.
True. That is true.
Right now, there's closer grocery stores, but I'm gonna be paying for it. Like
Right.
I've learned, so I just do the grocery pickup, have them load my car, and I don't have to worry about it. I
Yeah.
do, and then
Yeah.
it also stops me from over shopping.
And that's what I use that's same thing with me, but
Hmm.
there are still some times that I will overshop, but it came in really handy the other day.
Really?
Well, I had made and this is a very non-tray meal. But I had made meatball or mushroom meatballs.
I was okay till the mushroom.
Yeah, I know. To make the meatball subs.
Okay. Mm.
I made them on Thursday to have on Friday, and then I think for whatever reason no, we didn't have a game. Something happened on Friday where I wasn't gonna have time to make them. Oh, I had to take Ryan to class.
Hmm.
Oh, and then we were supposed to make and didn't. That's what it was. But I had to take Ryan to class. No, no, not class. My mom's house.
Hmm. Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
then by the time I got back, I was starving, like blood sugar dropping, starving.
yeah. We've all been there. It's the worst feeling.
Yeah. Well, I'm a hypoglycemic,
Yeah,
so the fact once I get hungry, I'm in trouble.
yeah.
So I didn't make them then. I made them Friday, for that night, and then Saturday we had something already planned.
Hmm.
So I went to make them Sunday, and the mushrooms had gone, and it smelled weird. Yeah. So, but Ryan and I had gotten mushroom ravioli from the store that day, just like on a whim.
Yeah. Oh, see, and it saved
So,
you.
exactly. And then it was fine because the red sauce that I had jarred had gone as well.
Wow. Well, you had a bad luck with
I
that.
did, but we have basil in the front yard. So I was able to make a
Oh.
quick pesto to go over the ravioli. But yeah, no, it was like one of those. That's when my planning went against me, but
Hmm.
my backup planning helped.
Yeah. 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 I think it's all about making sure your plans so that when you have that free time, like I can game at night.
Exactly.
It's like one of those things, right?
Yeah.
It's making sure that everything's done so you can sit down at night and be like, phew. And working from home helps with that too.
It does. Do you have? Because I know I have this issue. I think it's an issue a lot of moms have, which gets kind of frustrating when you're married and you have kids. I can't do what I want to do until I've gotten done what I need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that
It's
checklist
annoying.
that it really is.
Uh-huh. It's annoying.
And it's with I think it's with the double X chromosome
Probably.
because My husband doesn't have that problem. My kid doesn't. Well, my kid's a girl though, but
They don't seem
maybe it's
to.
maybe it's after a certain age too.
Probably.
With kids,
Probably.
Rye's the same way. I'm like, I need you to do your homework, but I'm watching this YouTube video.
That's
Really?
nice.
Because one of those is a want, one of those is a need.
Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah.
Do it your homework.
But she's getting better. Like on Fridays, she comes home right away and does her homework.
Oh, because she have a whole weekend then. See, she's thinking.
She does. Plus, half the time she comes with a cute, a very tall attachment named Bree. So they know both to do their homework if they want to
Good.
enjoy themselves.
See, it makes sense to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've toyed with the idea of looking into like that polyphasic sleep.
Oh, I remember you mentioning. So let's let the viewers know what that is because
Okay.
it's fascinating.
It is fascinating because you have an alternate sleeping schedule. So polyphasic means that so monophasic, you sleep in one batch, right? All your hours are in one.
In theory.
In theory, biphasic means you sleep in two. So say you go to bed at use the example of midnight for easy calculations, right? You go to bed at midnight and you get up at 3:30 and then you stay up till 5:30, then you go back to bed till 8:30. So it's like one of those weird things where you get 2 extra hours in the middle of the night.
Right.
That seems really hard to me. There is then there is like this polyphasic sleeping, which has multiple different forms. So you can have where you do like the everyman sleep, where you sleep like a big chunk at night for like 3 to 4 hours, and then you sleep. You sleep for sleep, and then you have and this is kind of even what you do. They have like 20-minute naps, 3 of them in the day.
Yeah. Mine's usually 1, but yeah, that's great.
Yeah. So you kind of do that. There is like triphasic where you sleep for like 1.5 hours, then you're up and then back and forth. So like, there's different kinds of neat ways to sort of gain more hours. And I'm like you. I deal about 5 to 6 max usually, but it's hard.
Except for every other Saturday night when is it because isn't that like your reward for being a storyteller is you get to sleep in?
Every Sunday I get to sleep in.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I didn't do that, if I would crash and die. It
Probably.
could, but every Sunday I sleep in till 10 o'clock, which is amazing.
That's awesome.
But I'm also up till 1, 2, sometimes later.
Yeah. And that's sometimes I think where our time differential really works for our friendship.
Yeah.
Because you're like on my time. Or like when I went to West Virginia for my goddaughter's wedding, well, my friend Kim stays up late. But me being with her, I was on her time.
Yeah. So
I didn't have to shift my sleep schedules.
Yeah, and that's nice. But I've looked into this. We've talked about trying this. The only problem is can I take 20-minute naps randomly throughout the day? I don't know.
You have to okay, I'm going to log out for lunch.
And 20-minute nap.
And then nap. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And then how do you handle it on days that you're in the office?
Right. So
there's nap rooms at work.
They do. Those are called breastfeeding rooms at my office.
Yeah, we have them too.
But I don't know. It would seem fun because I'm thinking, oh man, look at all I could get done.
Yeah.
If I slept for 3.5 hours a night, from midnight to 3:50 or 3:30.
Honestly, I do really wish I could condense my actual sleeping.
And they say that this takes a while. That it takes a little bit to set in. So you go to bed and you really got to be alarm heavy. And I am already. I'm like a 13 alarmer.
Yeah.
So I get that. You have to be really, really alarm heavy. And eventually it makes it you don't even need an alarm. It sets your body's rhythm into this nice rhythm. And when you're getting up and you wake up and blah, blah, blah. So that's kind of neat. Yeah. We'll see. You gain about, 3 to 5 hours a day.
Neat.
Which is nice.
Yeah. And again, that's going to give you more, it's going to help you find more time to do the stuff you want to do. Reading or watching something or taking a damn minute to yourself or.
Yeah. So that's about, I don't know. I toy with the idea.
Yeah. You should play with it.
I should play with it. So that's how we are productive, kind of. Yeah. We think.
Yeah.
We feel like it.
Yeah. And we both are kind of crazy. We both do a lot.
Or, yeah, we do. So let's see here. We had a question for the week, and I didn't even think of one. And it was like my job.
Yeah.
You gave me one job to do.
One job. Well, you know me though. I'm a planner, so I had to.
You had a backup question, don't you?
I do. Do you want me to throw that out there?
I think you should, because I got nothing.
Okay. All right. Well, then you have to answer it first.
I blame my face hugger.
Ah, he's so cute.
She loves you.
The Valentine's face hugger stuff was hilarious.
Oh, I was dying in that. I was like,
Oh my
thank you
God.
for this.
Yeah. So, what is your one indulgence? Like, if you like your very favorite indulgence?
Whew. That's rough. It's definitely food based.
Yeah, it'd have to be food. Like, yeah, physical indulgence.
Definitely food based. I would say, this is so gross. I love quesadillas from Taco Bell that have no meat in them. That's just cheese, and not even real cheese, like nacho cheese, rice, sour cream, wrapped in a shell with more cheese wrapped in another shell. So basically bread and cheese and sour cream. That's my indulgence. I love it. God, I dream of it when I diet, which is right now.
You know, I can't.
You're better than me. You can't do it. I know.
I can't.
But it's so good. You could make that probably, and it would be.
Well, also I can't. Oh my God, nacho probably just grosses me out because I worked at Taco Bell in high school.
Don't tell me.
Yeah.
Keep it to yourself.
You do know the whole thing about the 7 ingredients? It totally is.
I don't want to hear about it.
And no, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, you know,
but you
I'd
can make your own quesarito with
Yeah.
regular cheese and sour cream and rice, and it'd be still bad for you. But
Yeah, totally.
yeah. Okay. What about yours? Because I'm
nachos. So it's similar. It is similar, but it's with real cheese.
Yeah,
Nachos.
that's right. You make your own nachos.
Yeah. It's usually a gaming food. It's awful because it's crunchy, and I'm like, I don't care because it's Friday, so I'm eating nachos.
Nachos and wine.
Ooh. Or is it French fries?
I could go for some French fries every time.
Yeah.
If there's French fries offered, I'm eating French fries. Like if somebody's like, here's some French fries and here's something healthy and nutritious for you, like an apple, I'm like,
French fries.
"Bitch, just give me some French fries.
Actually, I'm gonna go with the French fries. So back when I was in the department before I'm in now, I was in charge of inventory.
Okay.
So I assigned everyone's caseloads that day, and they knew I loved French fries.
How'd they know this?
Because whenever someone would have one, I would ask for one. So then I became known as the fry tax.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Yeah. So they would know that I would need the fry tax. If not, they might get a gross, nasty case.
That's so
the next
funny.
day. Yeah. So there was a fry tax. And it's like no one really once I changed departments, no one really knew it, so it kind of got lost in the wayside. But with this last group of trainees I had, I mentioned to one of them.
The fry tax.
He came in with fries, and I'm like, wow, clearly you don't know about the French fry tax, do you? Now, I'm analyzing and I'm going over all of their work with a fine-tooth comb.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of my job when I'm a dedicated reviewer.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of my better students, which was great. So, but he knew that, he probably better do that. If not, he's a contractor, and if I start giving him some bad scores, he might not get that job. I would never do that.
Well, not for French fries, but you would think about it.
No, I wouldn't.
I'm just kidding.
But so now, literally, even if I'm a work from home day, I get an IM from him. Hey, I have French fries. You want anything?
You're like, yes.
Yes. So like French fries, I love French fries. I like fancy French fries. I like plain French fries. There's a place here
You
called
just like
Yard
French
House.
fries.
I do. It's, Yard House, and they have truffle French fries.
That's amazing.
So so they have truffle oil and truffle salt on them, and I make them here as well because I do have both those ingredients.
Of course you do.
A little
Fancy.
bit of I know, because I'm fancy. A little bit of Parmigiano on them and some chives. Oh my God, they're so good. Like those, and then because I like chili, I'll do like chili fries. Like on days that I do chili dogs for the family, I'll make myself chili fries.
God, I love French fries so much.
Me too. And Cam keeps screwing them up. I finally taught him how to do them.
Good.
because like he followed the directions instead of cooking them for twice as long, so you need to have them crispy.
Yeah, Cam,
Exactly.
I'm
Come on.
disappointed in you.
I know. I know. So yeah, I would say my French fries are my indulgence, and yeah, pretty much. Oh, I'm gonna be in Anaheim in March, and there's an umami there, and they have really good fries.
We have to stop. I'm going to go eat some French fries.
So here's my question. I'm looking at I am having a turkey burger and fries for dinner, by the way. So I'm looking at our next categories, and I'm thinking, oh, we've already done guilty pleasure movies.
Mm-hmm.
How would we do food? I mean, do we want to do our food episode?
We definitely could.
We could. Where's the damn strike through on here? One second.
Googling it. Google.
There we go. So, here are possible topics that we've come up with.
Mm-hmm.
We need to get some more geek topics, by the way. So, guys, if you have any more geek topic suggestions, do that. We need that.
Tweet them to us.
Because most of our topics that we have on here are more the mom part of it.
Yeah.
But I'm adding one right now. That is more geeky. So food.
Food.
If we want to scare off any of our listeners, makeup.
Oh.
How to deal with kids that won't stop talking. I think when we're typing this, I think one of our kids was bugging us.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happened.
I'm pretty sure it's a girl that's name started with R. I just don't know which one.
I don't know which one. One of the girls.
But
definitely one of the girls.
Definitely Remy or Ryan. Vacation planning.
Okay, I love it.
And one that we haven't tackled yet is Harry Potter.
Oh, I'm shocked
I know, right?
and offended.
Offended. So, I mean, we could do like Harry Potter and talk about because we're very different houses.
Slytherin will rise again.
Ravenclaw will beat you down because we're smart. But I'm noticing, like, as I'm getting older, I have more friends that are Slytherin.
Because we're cool.
You actually are pretty cool. I was talking to one of my coworkers, and I said something, and she's like, 10 points for what's your house? And I'm like, well, wait a second. Let me guess. You're Ravenclaw, aren't you? I'm like, yep.
We know.
So we could talk about Harry Potter and our house identities.
I like it. I like it.
So that's another one. So do we want to do food? I'm thinking Harry Potter or
I think Harry Potter, because we did like mothery stuff this week. Let's do
yeah,
Harry
yeah.
Potter.
So we need to. So anyway, so if you guys have any suggestions, tweet them to us. Of course, you can always find us on Geek and Geeklets. If they're looking for you, my dear Trey, how can they find you?
Sarindre.
Sarindre. All your social. I am Cyberwaif. WAIF, not WAVE.
I can see how people get that confused.
They do. And then if they know me, they know why it's Cyberwave.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Kinda munchy, you know. I'm munchy. I meant small, but I said munchy because I'm hungry.
You said bunchy. So
munchy.
we're going to let you eat because we talked about French fries for 10 minutes.
I know.
We love you.
In theory, I have a game session in 30 minutes.
Oh my God, you do. 35%.
Up to 50.
Oh, 50. Wow. We upped it a lot.
I'm up. I'm
sticking at a solid 35.
All right. Well, I went from 25 to 50.
That's a huge jump.
It's huge because normally it's down there. So,
Well,
you know, I'm really glad that nobody actually sees our conversations.
I'm so glad too.
Because what day was it? Was it Monday they got to 0? I think it was Monday.
It was Monday because I was really stressed that day.
Oh my God! Like, yeah, screw them all.
Yeah, yeah. So I'll let you know
points.
if I do Thriller Thursday. I'll let you know. I'll message it.
Yeah. Well, because you're gonna start in a few minutes if you do.
If I do, yeah.
Or
I'm gonna drink water because I'm dying of thirst.
Yeah. Good idea.
Yeah. Well, good night, guys. We love you.
Love you guys. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you, my dear.
I'm
For a
alive.
wonderful podcast. So next week, do we want to look at a midday Wednesday show?
Yeah. Let's see what we can do about that. That's so much nicer.
It is, and that's how we find time for ourselves. Is we walk away from our
Long
desks and
lunches.
do a podcast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. Good night, guys. Love you.
Good night, guys.